NASCAR Goes West, presented by Toyota. 3 straight Sundays and 3 straight Saturdays, including today at 3:30 p.m. on FS1. Jamie McMurray in the booth. Next Saturday on Fox for the Xfinity Series. And then Los Angeles, Fontana, California. Again, 3:30 Eastern Time on FS1. 3 straight Saturdays, 3 straight Sundays. Back in the garage area, NASCAR has on display the readouts from pit road timing. Vince.
Look at Jimmy Johnson, the 4-time Las Vegas winner, currently 13th on the chart. Interesting conversation between he and crew chief Chad Knaus on that last run when Chad told Jimmy, he said, this is a concept change. And I'd be interested to bring Jeff in on this, knowing his relationship with Jimmy and Chad as well. But Chad said, this is a concept change. I just want you to feel it and tell me what you think. It's not going to fix your tightness. I just want you to feel it. And then at the end of the run, Chad said, yes or no? And Jimmy said, yes.
Yeah, so it's just, to me, a concept change means they're going in a different direction to try to accomplish, maybe a balance change or a grip change. And sometimes it might be a little bit outside the box. So they need to get on track to try it out, maybe on paper or in the wind tunnel or, whatever they use for tools back at the shop. It may have looked good, but they never raced it at the track or ran at the track, so they need that driver feedback.
I think, Jeff, what happens there is you have we all know Chad knows when he gets here what he wants to run in the race. He's running here time and time again, so matters changes. Now he says, okay, what I've been running here may not be as good as some of these other guys. Let's go in a different direction, like you said, and try something radical.
Yeah, and I mean, we don't know what that is. That could be, something in the shock or something, in the spring, going to either a cold-bound spring or away from a cold-bound spring. Really hard to say what they could do. There are certain tools that these crew chiefs play with, and it just was going into a different concept than what they were running.
Maybe they were just cold-bound in fronts. So now they want to do cold-bound in fronts like we have, but let's cold-bound the right rear like a lot of people we know are doing, and let's work with our left rear. We haven't done that before.
Now, Eric Jones, and
that was a pretty big moment. When you're turning back to the right at those speeds here in Las Vegas, that got his attention. You could tell he hesitated to get back in the throttle, too.
Here's what it looks like from outside the car.
Turns down into one. You could just see the front grip, and the car rotates with the front really turned well, but the back wanted to step out and over-rotate, and that's why he turned back to the right.
I think
great catch.
I think you see it, Jeff. It's kind of rocking over in that right front, like it's bouncing off that right front.
The DW, what were we just talking about? The veteran drivers, when they have that moment, what do?
They come to the garage.
They pull in, right? Look at this is a young driver right here. He's still making laps.
I might have screwed up. Let me try that again.
Certainly something that I'm seeing a lot of right now that I don't know if we've seen as much here in the past, and I know this is something teams and Goodyear have really been working on, laying rubber down onto the racetrack. Look how black the groove is where that rubber is laying into the racetrack. To me, that's a good sign. I love a tire that puts rubber onto the racetrack, and what that's going to do, it's going to create a little more fall off in the tire, but what it's going to allow you to do is search around this racetrack throughout the entire race, and you'll watch that line will just keep getting wider and wider and wider.
And down in 1 and 2, it's like there's 2 different grooves, a low groove, a high groove, and sort of a no man's land in between. Very interesting the way things are developing here in Las Vegas.